Somebody got too much sleep.
I hope you all heard the news today. It's a dry day today. We're going to, in the effort of safety here, have dry flying today. We're still a little mushy down here. It's a little soft. It's not wet soft, but I mean the ground is just not hardened up yet. The harder that ground is, the better your roll's going to be, and the better you're going to get out of here. So it's a dry day again. And 3 people need to do some re-entering of their task claiming landing card to help them a little on their score. Win Scores pointed out the 3 things that need 3 people who can do that. And they're all experienced pilots, you know? Lonnie Sullivan. John C. James Walker.
Bad boys, bad boys.
And why are we helping them?
Trying to be the friendly contest. Fly friendly. Fly the friendliest guys here. Mike Tango, introduce yourself today.
Mike Tango. Run right now from the Shaw Ride Club in Manuka, Illinois. My father got me involved with soaring back in 1961, so that would have been 9 years old. And I didn't really get very interested until I was about 18. I got my flight instructor rating, started flight instructing again. But I've been competition soaring a little more in earnest the last 10 years or so. It's been a lot of fun. I'm a member of the Soaring Safety Foundation, which is a director and flight examiner since 1975. Mechanic, IA, trained at Purdue. You go Purdue. My beautiful wife and crew.
Thank you. Now that's a good introduction. Yankee Oscar.
Well, I saw my first gliders at an air show friends took me to when I was a kid, and I knew I had to do that. And then I kind of dropped out of high school, and people kept saying I had to go to college because that's what normal people did, and I should try to be a little normal. So I figured if I'm going to do this, I got to go to a school where I can study aeronautical engineering, electrical engineering, and computer science at the same time because you got to pay for this shit. I want to do it all at once. And I got to have a glider club because I got to learn to fly, which is how I came to go to school at the trade school on the river, as we call it. And I took my first glider flight in 1974 with a French pilot named Michel Fouadbeau in a Atlantic, and became immediately severely addicted, which interfered with my studies greatly. In fact, I kind of stopped going to college so I could make some money and buy a sailplane. And people said, you really should graduate. You know, that's what normal people do. So I had my plane and I finished my electrical engineering degree, and I said, no, this is since then I've been severely addicted.
Was it Michelle or the Atlantic that you had to get more of?
Hey, Dave, underneath your left foot is a credit card or something.
All right, Whiskey Echo.
Oh, I guess my story started when I was about 9. My dad was getting his rating on the GI Bill, and I was out there with the airport, and he said, you want to go fly with this guy over here? And I said, sure, and I got up this airplane and it had experimental on it. I didn't know what that meant. We took off, went up to, I'm guessing, 3,000 feet, and he said, you want to have some fun? I said, yeah, and he reached behind him and pulled out a toilet roll. Most of y'all probably know that story. Threw it out the window, and down we went, cutting the toilet paper. I was ready for another ride after that. I got into model airplanes, went into sailplanes, went to the Nationals, me and the Huntsville crowd, won the Junior Nationals sometime in high school, went off to college, had to get a pilot's license, got my pilot's license, figured out that was expensive, went cold turkey, got back to Huntsville, and was out at the mall, and Huntsville Soaring Club had a glider out there, and I said, oh, wow, this is what I want to do. And I said, where do I sign up? They said, oh, you want to memorize? And I said, no, I want to sign up. I know that's what I want to do. Well, come to the club meeting. Okay, I go to club meeting. Well, how do I sign up? Oh, no. You know what you want to do, Ryan? I said, no, I want to sign up. I ain't ready. So, about a month later, I had my transition license and been flying ever since. So I hail from Huntsville Soaring Club. We fly out a little grass strip called Moontown, which was written up in AOPA a couple of years ago. It's the busiest airport in Alabama on the weekends. It's an amazing place.
Thank you. India Charlie has lost a
No, I found it, thank you.
Oh, he's found it. Mark him off the list. Thank you. John Lubon's gonna do a safety Wilmington thing.
Okay, actually, well, it's more than that. So, just airspace update. So today we got a TFR in effect up in Columbus. Obama's decided to drop in. So that's going to affect several airports. Linda has them all on the task sheet today. So it's 30 miles around Columbus. It'll take out airports as far south as Madison. So we'll have the list of those, but make sure you clearly mark your map because we are going to be tasking along that line, but certainly clear that line today is where the weather is, unfortunately, is where we want to go today. Other airspace.
Is the coordinates of the center of that circle?
I don't have.
You can find them on your chart.
243-degree radial of Appleton, 19 nautical miles, 30-mile radius.
What radio?
Appleton.
It's basically centered on the Columbus airport.
Yeah.
Same center as the rings of their airspace.
That you need to confirm that should be the
Close,
same.
but not identical.
It's not identical. Okay. So probably be safe. Probably draw 35 miles around the Columbus airport to be sure you got it. So everybody make sure they mark their map today and make sure clear that we don't go wander off on a force line that might go in there. So, you know, TFRs are obviously very serious. Other two airspace considerations we will be flying. We'll be here in Task later, but our tasking could take us by Wilmington today. I did land at Wilmington on the first day, so the tower is operating. There is no landing fee yet. I don't think it'll happen during this contest, but they're actually discussing $50 landing fee for future. But they're still negotiating because the airport's going through some transition. As far as I can tell, it's friendly. They didn't really give me that any really rough time. So Wilmington, I treat Airborne as friendly. First of us going by there should be tuned into 119.47 as you fly by there. So if they are releasing a heavy for takeoff, you'll be able to hear it. And I'm sure a few of us will just let them know as we go by that we're going, if we go by there. Springfield airspace, we could be flying near that today also, so it'd be the same thing. Springfield frequency is on the map. I don't have it memorized here. 120.7. So those two Class Ds will be in play today.
Can we fly through their airspace if we're in communication?
Yes, you can. You can fly through their airspace if you're in communication, and there's no penalties for going through Class D. They're just a distraction that that they're going to be jabbing at you when you're trying to get through there. That's all. Any other airspace questions? All right.
Okay. We have a list of the airports. There are turn points. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are going to be on your task sheet that are not available today. Don't go by them because they get you too close to this Columbus situation. The dinner tomorrow night is the USA team dinner. It's beef, ox roast. We have big steamship rounds that we roast over here. And we'll also be selling raffle tickets for the clear nav that the team is raffling off. So be ready to enjoy that. Several people wanted shirts after they didn't answer their email, so they didn't get a polo shirt. But I've got a special order going in for about 3 or 4 shirts, the blue polo shirts some people are wearing with their contest.